After being MIA for 1 week, Turnaround Theory is back and it's all new. Now, coming up, we're going to watch the Coffee and Whiskey podcast video in its entirety. And of course, I'm going to come through with another free theoretical thought as always. So join me for an all new episode of Turnaround Theory coming up next on YouTube, because I can guarantee you it's going to be a damn good one. Now, you know that the Coffee and Whiskey podcast come through for you, boy, because we're going to watch this video about a young lady who goes on a rant on social media, and at the same time, she get exposed for creeping out on her boyfriend for somebody else. You gotta love these delusional women. But stay tuned for another edition of Turnaround Theory coming up on my YouTube channel in just a moment. We're going to watch this video in its entirety, and of course you know the saying from Project Pat. Don't save these females because they don't want to be saved. Fellas, as I often tell you all, y'all should often be knowing my saying, and y'all should often be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all grab a quick snack and come on back, because y'all just might learn something. Stay tuned for another edition of Turnaround Theory, because Turnaround Theory starts right now. Roll that intro. What is up, everybody? Your boy Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T, and welcome to the latest edition of Turnaround Theory only on my YouTube channel. As you should know by now, Turnaround Theory comes to you each and every Monday over the digital airwaves of YouTube. And of course, Turnaround Theory is also the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas like you at home a free theoretical thought on just about anything. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to this edition of Turnaround Theory on my YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are, in fact, a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. And as a constant daily reminder, I want to reinform you to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time your boy posts up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided for that in the description box below. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, of course, there is also going to be a link provided in the description box below as well. And please don't forget to use the hashtag TeamTurnaround that you will see on your screen, because that lets me know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my channel with regard to the content that I post up, and I might give you a shout out right back. I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this matter. And with that being said, let's jump on over into the latest edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube.
So he mad because
you wasn't gonna record everything, bro.
he mad because we went out to the club last night and he went to the bathroom and this guy asked me for my number.
Wrong.
And so I was trying to get him out my face, and so I just gave him the number.
Does that, bro? You wrong for that, bro. Come on.
Bro, what do you mean? I wanted to get him out my face.
I'm in my hoe phase right now.
What are you talking about? How is that crazy?
Oh, come on, that's weird, bro. Like, let me would have did that though. You'd have been mad though.
You do. You would do it right in my face though.
You can't make this shit up!
Wrong, bro. That's wrong, bro.
Okay. So how
you
is
do too much.
how?
You could have gave him. You could have said, "No, I got a man." Nah.
I mean, clearly he seen us
Don't
in there
matter,
together.
Bro. You wrong, bro. Like, if I would have turned up, it'd have been a different thing, though. Come on, bro.
Turn up for what?
Bro,
Like, do y'all hear how he sound? Turn up for
You
what?
wanna get a reaction, I got you, though, bro.
How I want to get a reaction?
Nah, bro. Like,
Well, you should have stood on whatever you swear you should have turned up. That's what you should have. You should have did that then, cause at this, you should have did that then. You be wanting to act so like that. You should have did that.
Stop the cap.
You should have did that.
you tripping, bro.
But yeah, we both know what it is for real. All that capping, I don't really care.
She belongs to the streets.
Now, you know, at the end of the day, you know who I'm going to say is at fault here? You. Lady, it's your fault.
Ain't my problem.
The reason why it's your fault is because you're there with your old man. You had nothing to worry about. All you had to do was fall back on him when he got out the bathroom. But yet you still gave up the number.
Let's correct it though, boo.
How am I supposed to trust you? I can't leave you alone for 30 seconds.
Whatever.
I can't even take a poopy without worrying about you getting with another man. Come on now. And then you're gonna get mad because I ain't turn up. Now that didn't make any sense, and I ain't like that sort of back and forth, but nonetheless, this all stemmed as collateral damage from you giving up your number, bro. Like, how can he trust you at this point? And I must say, what'd you do with the number? I mean, well, did the man, what he did with the number, did he hit you up yet? You know, did he contact you? Are you gonna play it off? Are you gonna block him? What are you gonna do when it happens? Because you're probably gonna wait till your old man is back in the bathroom to text him back. That's what I believe.
Bruh, life is so simple with me. All you gotta do is feed me, treat me, eat me. Are you out of your mind? And give me some quality time.
Are you kidding me?
And I'll be happy.
I'm leaving here with something.
Very much happy.
What the hell is going on?
If she's cheating on you, she gonna say these things. You're being insecure.
Cap.
Oh, I fell asleep.
Cap.
My phone died.
Cap.
I was just out with my girls.
Cap.
I forgot to text you back.
Cap.
That be lying.
You know what's crazy? If a girl really liked you guys, if a girl really liked you, she would definitely hit you up. A late night with the girls, they drinking, they having fun, and she ain't hit you up talking about, can I come over? Yeah, something wrong with it. She ain't hit you up and be like, man, can you come over here, man? I'm like, you come see me. Yeah, she didn't tell you good night or nothing. She just straight blank, just ignored you, then hit you up the next morning. Yeah, something wrong, man.
But I'm not no wham bam thank you man.
Y'all see my lip, right? Do y'all see my pants? Why would you ask for my phone number at a time like this?
Now, you know that man was just trying to make sure you got home safe. That's all he wanted, I don't even know why they do that, dog. I don't know why he would ask you that in your time of need. I guess he thought y'all were just vibing and getting along, but that's crazy, dude. You know what I got a good friend of mine that was an EMT for a very long time. And he got so, I guess, callous to what was happening to like trauma, right? Like everything that he responded to just became normalized. It was normal because it was his job to respond to crazy bad stuff, right? So when he sees something or talks about something, it's just like it's a normal everyday thing for him. And I'm assuming like this EMT guy or the guy on the ambulance was like, this is normal to me, man. So like he pretty much approached you like it was a normal situation, I'm assuming. But nonetheless, he took his shot, man. He took his shot. Maybe he wants some of that insurance money, but you about to turn up with that insurance.
Honestly, whatever. Call me what you want to. But coming home to an empty house after consuming alcohol is just like, it feels like a waste of liquor.
I'm not surprised concerning this video, nor should it be to you, because we see women on social media all the time talk about how they get ran through by a train when it comes to women giving other dudes their number. And of course, you know the Project Pat saying off the music song, don't save them because they don't want to be saved. How low can these modern women get? Anyway, coming up on the next segment of Turneround Theory, we're going to watch another Coffee and Whiskey podcast video. How one pastor is allegedly giving a former church member some money for some content. Stay tuned because there's more Turnaround Theory after these messages.
Feminism was first. Red pill content came out the other day. Shouldn't you be mad at the women who have had that strong gaze of men don't matter, men don't have feelings, men don't have emotions, and the world revolves around us? Don't you believe that that is what sparked the change within relationships? With all these feminist talk, I'm a boss chick, I run men gotta bow down to me, and men have been on the opposite side of the conversation. But now when men are standing up for themselves and creating standards for themselves, all of a sudden it's an issue. right? They're like, oh my gosh, like these people who follow Andrew Tate and these people who watch these certain podcasts, like it's ruining their minds. But it's like, if you just go on regular social media, the information overload out there for regular women in ad campaigns. This is if you're just scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok. The consensus is men just bring stress, pain, and drama. Like that is the consensus of what everybody is pushing to the forefront.
Stop being jealous of people in their winning season. You don't know what they lost in their losing season.
A lot of these women take women traits and make that the standard for what they're looking for in men. They are telling you to look for women. Newsflash, you're not going to find that because that is not something that is natural to men. These are the same conversations. Oh, you need a man that's going to cry with you. You need a man that's going to wipe your tears. I'm not saying that men will not do these things, but a lot of the attributes that these women are looking for, if we put the traits on a piece of paper, it would lead them into the arms of another woman, not a man. A lot of women are out here asking for the moon, the stars, the galaxies. If a man come back and he's like, oh, only thing I could get was the stars, that's not good enough. You're not good enough. It's over. You're going to be single for the rest of your life if you are standing there waiting for somebody to wait on you hand and foot and give you every single thing that you want or need.
I genuinely think the worst insult you could receive from someone is being called a pick-me.
Why? I get called that multiple times a day. And I don't even let it faze me, because I know what the truth of the matter is. I really don't understand how so many individuals can let random strangers make them feel bad about themselves by saying things that absolutely are not true. A person cannot make you feel inferior without your consent, you know.
It's just the most demeaning term. Honestly, worse than all the bad names in the book.
It's really not. After all, there are a lot worse things that a person could be called. But in my humble opinion, there is never an excuse for name-calling. First of all, it's simply childish. Secondly, it's just indicative that that person had nothing relevant to contribute to the dialogue and can't counter anything that you had to say and has to resort to name-calling. But if a person does decide that they want to be offended by something, and yes, I said decide if they want to be offended, just remember, you're choosing to be offended by someone who chose to take the most childish route possible.
Welcome back to Turnaround's Theory on my official YouTube channel. As a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time your boy posts up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Now, coming up in the second half of this particular segment, we're going back to another coffee and whiskey podcast about a former pastor, who's given a former church member some money for some OF-related content. Watch this video in its entirety, because I tell you, this is something else. This is a must-see.
Men will see that I like to travel on my Instagram, not have a passport, and still hit me up. Like, what the am I gonna do with a grown-ass man with no passport?
Peace out.
You think you're gonna Miami me to death? Hawaii me to death? New York me? Houston me to death? Bitch, I think the not.
But she ain't messing with no broke niggas.
Yeah, I just don't get this part. You know, like, not everybody can travel. I would love to travel, but you're gonna pass up a good blessing because, you know, the man don't have a passport, man. Hell of a hard time to get a passport sometimes, man. Some people have easy experiences getting passports, but sometimes that shit is hard. Look, there's still got a lot of geography to explore in the United States, man. But yes, I do agree. There's probably some things that you just want to go out of the country for. Like for right now, I'm gonna go spend 10 days in Tokyo. Don't ask me why. I just feel like Tokyo might be like 10 years in advance right now, and I want to go see all the technology and stuff since they living in the future. I just want to go experience that. But nonetheless, would you pass up a good man or a good woman, fellas, because she just don't like to travel? Would that bug you a lot?
I am divorcing this motherfucker. So the dude that I met on Match.com that I got married, you know, within 30 days and all the things. Okay, so this is something y'all don't know that I'm about to tell you. So we've been together over a year now, okay? And for an entire year, literally every single day, we take a shower together. This is our shower. It's a double person shower. Okay, so we take it, that's our thing. And my towel is the green towel. Okay. His towel is a gray towel. And on the towel rack, it is his on the right, which is gray, mine on the left. So today, while we're in the shower, he accidentally takes the green towel and dries off with it. He's like, it's okay, these are new, fresh towels. I'm like, okay, but now where does this towel go? Okay, because now I'm looking at it and the shit is wrong.
Bruh, chill. Alright, this has to be a joke because divorcing a man because he used the wrong towel can be true grounds for a divorce. Like, I think you gotta be joking. You just gotta be upset that he used the wrong towel or he's out of routine. And that's why you always gotta keep him guessing, fellas. Always gotta keep him guessing.
Y'all heard something today that blew my mind. Someone said men save money being single and women save money being in a relationship.
You're telling the truth.
That's actually one of the truest things that I've ever seen, bro. Yeah, I've ever heard. I can't even argue against that. Men save money being single. Facts, 100% facts. There's men I know that don't even want to date because they don't even want to waste money on dating. And then I know there's some women that can't get money because they just don't like to work, so they saved it as much money as they possibly can by just living with a man. It's crazy. Say, bro, I know there's taking one for the team, but it looks like you took the whole team. she as big as the whole team, bro. She taking up all the spots, dog. But I get it, bro. You gotta get that PlayStation 5 somehow. You gotta get that down deposit somehow, man. In this tax season too, man, I know you was going in, boy.
What? The key, stupid.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. The only women I'm jealous of is the women who be finding the trickiest trick of them all.
That was easy.
Like, where are y'all finding these men from? Am I at the wrong places, in the wrong city, state, whatever? Like, where's y'all finding these men at? Am I posting the wrong shit?
Stop it. Get some help.
Because, baby, I'm tired. Like, and I know some of y'all probably on here follow Yo Fancy, and I just love her content. Like, everything about her lifestyle, everything just gives, like, that girl. And I got the trickiest trick in America. Like, sis, tell me, do he got a brother, a little cousin, friend, something, like, or the women, maybe I gotta get me a little short wig that's nappy too, because I just watched the girl TikTok and she's dating a Caucasian man and everything is good, like luxury, but every time I see this young lady, beautiful young lady, her wig is horrible. Like, girl, and here I go trying to go 30-inch bust down, and it ain't doing nothing.
How embarrassing.
It ain't helping with nothing. Like, y'all, I don't know, like, my time gotta be coming, cause I can't keep dealing with John and them. I can't. Like, God, let me just say this. God, I know I've been praying for a good looking, faithful young man, but please make sure you have them racks too.
Are you all right?
I'm only asking for a little bit.
And that's too bad.
You ain't found you a good trick because you ain't doing enough to find a good trick, bro. It's all about the bait, I guess, you know? If I'm thinking, like, if you really trying to find a man that has money, that can spend money on you, you gotta have good bait. You just probably not good bait at all, bro. You get what I'm saying? You just probably not putting it out there to find you one. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
What you doing to get these tricks? Are you gonna go above and beyond these other feezies or what? Yes, I said feezies. I'm bringing that word back. You're going to do a little bit more than what these normal feezies are doing. You're going to have to be a little bit better than that. All right? You're going to have to go next level feezy.
And my days of being on two men's been over.
You little sex fiend.
I'll never forget one time me and my homegirl, we had went out with these two that she knew one of them. I didn't know the other one. So I was basically going in there in the situation blind.
Oh, here we go again.
So we link up with, and when we go out to eat, we like at the restaurant, and all of a sudden, like, I hear this beeping noise, and like my friends start hearing it too. So we like, what the fuck is that? And so he like lifts his pants leg up, and he's like, oh, like it's nothing, like I just gotta go back. So we like looking, girl, this nigga got a whole ankle monitor on.
Daddy, chill.
So we like go back where? And he was like, oh, like it's complicated, like let's just get in the car.
You're a victim.
So at that point, I'm just like, yeah, let's go. Because first off, where did you meet at? Because ankle monitor, huh? So we get in the car, and as soon as this nigga gets in the car, he leans his seat all the way back. Like, you might as well have just took the back seat out, because the nigga was damn near on the floor.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
And puts a damn ski mask on. So I'm like trying not to laugh, because I'm like, bro, what the
Come on now, dog.
Hold on, wait. It really almost sounds like y'all about to go do some crime. It almost sounds like y'all about to go do some dirty work, all right? You actually in the car, and he running from the ops right now. You just basically a spectator, or he just needs you to say, as a witness, to say he was with you. At this point, that's what that sounds.
My pastor tried to sleep with me. I do have to give you a backstory so you can understand the severity of this situation. This did not happen at my current church. This happened maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. For obvious reasons, I couldn't speak about it then. It's too fresh, and I honestly was going to keep it to myself, outside of anybody else that went to the church from finding out, especially his children. His wife is my mother's cousin. What does that make us? Cousins, I guess? Cousin-in-laws? I don't know. But he was family. I don't just mean like a mere relative. Like, this is someone who we went to the beach with, we would go out to eat with. His children were super close to me and my siblings. We were heavily in the church. So we saw him and his family all the time. So to dive a little deeper, my mom is a minister. So outside of whenever he would preach, let's say he had to go preach at another church, or maybe was out of town or was sick, that's when my mother would step in and she would preach in his place. We grew up in the church probably like 5 to 6 days a week, from choir rehearsal to praise dance to Bible study to church outside the walls. We even did Bible study outside of church, and she's like planted a very deep, heavy seed of faith into me and my siblings, her and my father. And I obviously thank God for that, because that is one of the main reasons why I was able to develop a real relationship with Jesus now. Suddenly, one day, we just up and left the church. This pastor met me when I was like 7, 8 years old. So he's known me since I was a little girl. He baptized me. Him and my father were at one point sort of kind of like best friends. I had to explain that part so you can see how sick he is. If there's anybody watching this video that knows me in real life and grew up with me, obviously you know what pastor that I'm talking about. I don't know how far this video is going to get. I don't know if this video is going to get a lot of views. I don't know. But in the event that it does, I'm not sorry for saying any of this at all. I do apologize to his children, because I know that this is probably the first time that you're hearing about this. I'm not going to say his name, obviously, or put any pictures or anything like that. Let's continue. Now that you have the backstory, again, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. At the time this happened, I was like 20 years old, and I'm 25 now. This was around the time where OF was getting really popular. It wasn't exactly popular yet for what it's known for, but it was around that time where it was getting there. When it comes to certain situations, I look at things for what they are and not what they are portrayed to be. Looking on there, of course, OF doesn't promote itself as that type of app. So when I made it, this was around the time I was heavily chasing my music career. If you know me, you know I used to rap and sing and all of that stuff, and I was heavily trying to pursue being a rapper and a singer. I was deep into my music career, like really trying to thrive and make a living off of it. When I saw OF, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a perfect outlet to put all of my behind the scenes content on here, exclusive music videos, photo shoots, never before seen photos or unedited photos from my photo shoots. I had this whole big plan to put all of that stuff that I didn't normally share with my supporters or my Instagram followers on there. That is what I was using OF for. I promise you, that was it, and that was all. So on my Facebook, only my family is on there. There may be a few of my friends or associates or people I went to high school with, but for the most part, it was only like family members. I posted the OF link on there, and I specifically put in the caption what was on there. So just thinking about that, even if I was doing that type of OF content, why on God's green earth would I post it on Facebook for my entire family to see? If I was doing that type of content, obviously I'm not gonna put it on Facebook. I get this Facebook message from my pastor. He's like, oh, like, wow, like you have an OF. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm posting all of my music videos. I had a music video that I had just shot that I didn't release yet. I was giving like my supporters and like my family and stuff a first look at that music video. None of my music videos were explicit or anything. Yes, I was definitely cursing and stuff, but none of my music videos had nothing crazy in it. So then I get a new subscriber. My family, they're really, really good about supporting my music. So this was not uncommon. I didn't find this weird. So I was actually like, oh my gosh, I'm getting another subscriber. There was only like 5 things on there. The music video and like the behind the scenes of that music video. So he liked all of them. And then he inboxed me and he said, oh, I have a question. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, is this the only content that you post on there? And I was like, well, that's all the content I have on there for now. I'm getting ready to post some other behind the scenes from this other photo shoot that I just did. So I don't know when I'm going to upload it, but I'm going to upload that on there soon. Then I'm also shooting another music video soon, and that's going to be up there as well. So I tell him that, and he was like, oh, okay, that's it, LOL. And I was like, yeah. Mind you, I did not know that OF was turning into a P app. Was completely oblivious to it, and not only that, it was still on the rise. Like, it wasn't predominantly that yet, and if it was, I had no clue, because I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm reading his message like, yeah, that's it. Like, what do you mean? I'm thinking he's about to give suggestions about other type of music content that I could put on there or something like that. But he comes out and say like, oh, you ever thought about doing any other type of content for her? And I was like, any other type of content like what? At this point, I'm starting to say, surely he's not talking about that. Surely he's not talking about that. There's no way he's talking about that. So I'm just in denial right now because like I said, he is in the family. This man watched me grow up. And my siblings and him and my daddy at one point was like this. Also, like I said, we did up and stop going to this church out of nowhere. And we joined a different church. My parents, they never told us why. They never told us what happened. We kind of knew something happened, but they never told us why we stopped going. Remember that? Because it's going to be important later. It was like, LOL, you know what content I'm talking about. Nobody wants to see the content that you have on there now. Like, who's going to subscribe to see that? So I'm like, I didn't know how to respond, but at the same time, I didn't want to run with a narrative where I think he's talking about something and maybe he's not. So I didn't accuse him of anything. I just left the message alone. I didn't respond to it. Then he double texted me like an hour later and he said, oh, I could pay you for the type of content that I want to see. Right there, I'm like, he's definitely talking about what I think he's talking about. I still wasn't running with it because I didn't have proof. He didn't come out and say that. And if anything got out, I knew that he could deny it. 'Cause back then, the church folk that he had surrounding him were like diehard churchgoers who would back him up to the ends of the earth. If I ever would have came out with this, I would have had to have severe, concrete audio and video proof of this. That's how deep they was going for him. Like, what type of content are you talking about? And then he says, I want to see you naked. Literally said, did you mean to send me this? And he was like, yeah, LOL. And I was like, do you know who this is? This is Blank's daughter. I said my father's name. He was like, yeah, I know who this is. I know who this is, LOL. Like, I just want to see some content of X, Y, and Z. He then started being descriptive with the type of content he wanted to see and even made an offer to see me in person. And so I was like, so you know that this is Blank's daughter? And he says, yeah. And I was like, this is Shawnee, like little Shawnee. And he was like, yeah, I know who you is. You ain't no little girl no more.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the?
LOL. I immediately called my father. Immediately called my parents. And when I got them on the phone, I was crying. Because I'm like, there's just no way that this man who's supposed to be family, who literally saw me grow up, like, dude, like, you baptized me and my siblings. You were in my house. I used to spend the night at his house with his daughter. I'm like, wow, like, you really is a creep. Both of my parents was livid, but they also had this side in their voice where they weren't surprised. I was like, why kind of sound like y'all not that surprised? Like, of course they was extremely mad, but they wasn't that, like, surprised. We're still talking on the phone, and I go back to the messages because I'm like, oh, nah, I need to show them proof. Of course, the messages are gone. All you see is everything he ever said unsent. I had no proof, but of course, my daddy and my parents, you know, they believed me. Of course, they're not those type of parents. They believed me. That's when I got the explanation on why we really left the church. Something else actually transpired after it came out. The story gets worse.
Emotional, damn it!
Oh man, that was one hell of a story. I knew that was long, but man, you did a great job telling this story. It's a very interesting story, man. Damn, you just had me at, you really had me at, I'm such and such's daughter. When you said that and the line wasn't clear and the line, that's where you have a line. Like, yo, like, you know who this is, right? Like, I'm such and such's daughter. You know that, right? And the line was made there, and he still decided to go ahead and just act like he didn't see the line. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be the person that was supposed to lead you into a different lifestyle, but yet my boy was trying to lead you into something else, you know, and that's very unfortunate. And I'm not saying that is unheard of, but it's just weird, very weird. We don't speak a lot about religion, but man, you gotta say, man, that a person like that with influence definitely is trying to use his influence the wrong way. And that's very unfortunate, but I'm glad that you caught wind into it. I'm glad that your parents been pulled you out of that situation, because obviously it's some stuff that goes on. But other people that support them, just obviously they just don't see it. All right. And that's crazy. That's very crazy. But now that you're 25, I hope that everything works out for you. I hope blessings to you in your rap career. You know, I hope you just continue to work at that and continue to stay clean, make good content. And yeah, that's crazy, guys. What do y'all guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
Stay put, fellas, because when I return, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought right after this.
Here's the problem with so many women who are out here looking for the nice guy now. They want the nice guy because you've had all the guys that you could possibly imagine and you've been ran through. Basically, that's what it is. Let's be real. It's called spade a spade. So you've been out there experiencing life, living it up, sleeping with all the guys that you want. Now, nobody wants you. Nobody wants to settle down with you. So now you want to find a nice guy and pretend to be something that you're not so that you can settle down. Because now you're thinking about being a wife. And a lot of times, let's face it, the nice guy is not going to have a limit on how many bodies you got. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to tell him the truth anyway, if the discussion even comes up, right? And you think he's just going to be listening to the story, right? But here's the thing with a lot of so-called nice guys, women, you got to understand this. While you were out living your life, living it up, dating whoever you want, sleeping with as many guys as you want, having your little whole vacations, he was also living his life. And he was learning not to listen to the story. But all this nice guy stuff is just a fantasy. And a lot of women have had the right guy. You've had the right guy, but the right guy is going to place boundaries on you. So therefore, you feel, especially most of us melanated women, we don't want to be controlled. You're being controlling. You're trying to tell me how to dress, how to walk, how to talk. The right guy will put parameters on you and your behaviors and where you go, because he wants to protect you and because he cares. And the right guy is not going to be with all the fake eyelashes and the nails and the fake this and the fake that and the little short shorts and the little tiny dresses when you go out and the nasty attitude and the, oh, I don't cook. He's not going to be with all that.
These women be getting ran through. I was in the military. I seen women getting ran through time after time. And I also got college friends who were telling me stories. I was like, dang, women get down like that? This is why I don't buy that crap when women say my past don't matter, because they past do matter. Guys, make sure you vet these women out, because if you don't, you'll be dealing with all her past trauma and you left sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. But meanwhile, the whole time, she has a past that you will never believe.
And now, Turnaround's theoretical thought. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and y'all know what time it is. This is always my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it is time for another edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a moment, I'm going to give you fellas another free theoretical thought to conclude today's episode about a young lady who was being exposed on social media with her being ran over like a train because she done gave her number to multiple dudes, and how one pastor who was a convict gives a former church lady some free money for some OF related content. Here's your theoretical thought for today. No matter how hard we as men try to get with these women, there's always an ultimate price to pay when it comes to getting to know them in terms of dating them. But when she feels free to date those Pookies and Ray Rays, them Pookies and Ray Rays don't have to come out paying these ladies not one dime in terms of being in a relationship with them. Best believe, fellas, if she's screwing around fooling with other dudes, best believe, just let her go. She belongs to the streets primarily, and quite frankly, she's gonna stay in the streets because she's not really ready to settle down to be a wife. She's getting ran through like a train, and most definitely, it just goes to show that she is definitely for the streets. As the song continues to say, don't save these women because they truly do not want to be saved. Now here's another free theoretical thought concerning a pastor, a former pastor who's given a former lady church member some paid money for some OnlyFans related content. Fellas, we cannot continue to keep doing these women any kind of way. I have said it time and time again. These women will do any and everything in their power to put you under a jail cell. So look out. You've been warned. With that being said, that is your theoretical thought for today, and this will conclude another edition of Turnaround's Theory for today. Hey listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning today's videos. And as a constant daily reminder, I want to re-inform you to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please, 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 please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time your boy posts up and upload more additional content onto the channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you right back here next time for another edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube.